This week on The Splash, we dissect the quick pitch. Then we clean house for the environment. And later we enjoy an evening of community fun at the Orchard Mall. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Hi, I'm Brooke Allen. Welcome to The Splash. Thank you so much for being with us. Recently, the Chamber of Commerce held their monthly Business Innovation Generator meeting in hopes of giving local businesses the opportunity for growth and productivity. And we sent our reporter Jason Pauly out to take a look.
The West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce has hosted another one of their monthly talks, helping West Bloomfield locals grow their business. The West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce once a month has hosted speakers coming in and helping business owners and operators in the West Bloomfield area.
This is our series of big events, BIG, Business Innovation Generator, and we always bring in a guest speaker to offer information for small to medium-sized businesses.
This was a sales coaching event and an elevator pitch, so just capturing your audience within 60 seconds, 30 seconds, or 10 seconds.
We asked if it would be okay to go ahead and do some speaking engagements to help the members of the chambers.
This month's speaker, Tom Powers, spoke about elevator pitches and how to sell your business to potential clients.
This particular one was on an elevator speech and how to perfect that so that when you meet someone, they know what you do.
Attendees got to hear strategies on how business owners can identify selling points about their businesses and how to best present those to potential customers.
Really help the entrepreneurs, gain more knowledge and gain more better leadership skills, and create that great message that would help, increase their business revenue.
It's all part of the West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce's commitment to helping West Bloomfield's business community.
Everybody has their own business, and I think if we all can come together and learn more from each other, it would be more of a successful community.
I think that these big events benefit the community because businesses are always looking to reinvent themselves and looking to attract more customers. So any information we can provide, from sales pitches to marketing to social media, is a plus for the community.
Events like these show West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce's commitment to helping local West Bloomfield businesses. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Jason Pauly.
To find out more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/elevator-pitch. Recently, the West Bloomfield Township held the Fall Household Hazardous Waste Collection, which is where you can learn how to dispose of hazardous refuse safely. And reporter Tyler Kieft followed the story.
At the second Household Hazardous Waste Collection of the year, Greater West Bloomfield residents came en masse to dispose of unwanted items with help from local government and local experts.
Household Hazardous Waste Day allows residents to bring items that they can't just discard in their garbage. So things like propane, gasoline, mercury thermometers, medications that are expired, they can bring them here to Town Hall. But it gives them an opportunity to bring things here that they couldn't dispose of otherwise. We have shredding facilities here to help to take shredding. They can donate household electronics, donate their clothing. So it's an opportunity to discard of things properly that they couldn't otherwise do so in the normal garbage.
While there is a general understanding that many of these items are not safe to dispose of in normal trash collection, residents may not know where to get rid of unwanted items or expired materials, and they often do end up in the trash, which can have a significant deleterious effect on our local environment.
Well, there's certain things that the GFL will not take, but there are also other things that when you dispose of medications incorrectly, they get directly into our water supply system. Mercury, medications, these things get direct, and gasoline, they get directly into the water supply. They can cause great impact if they're disposed of improperly. That's why we do invest in this program to make sure that the residents have the right place to dispose of it twice a year.
With the help of experts, West Bloomfield Township is able to assure its residents that their disposal of common hazardous items from the home are taken care of properly, maintaining and supporting the vibrance of our local environment.
The driving force is absolutely development services and environmental. However, there are many people throughout the township that volunteer or give their time to help make it successful. Development services coordinates with that are specifically specialized in the materials that they're bringing in. So the people who work with electronics, that's what they do. They aren't just dispersing it after. They have vendors who are actually taking in the materials themselves to dispose of properly.
It was another strong effort by West Bloomfield Township and local partners to help keep our community nice and green. From West Bloomfield Town Hall, I'm Tyler Kieft, reporting for The Splash.
And for more information, feel free to stop by our website at civiccentertv.com/fallhhw. Coming up, we visit the Chamber of Commerce for some fun, fashion, and a fitness expo. And we hit the sidewalk for a very new Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
I'm Brooke Allen for The Splash. Thank you so much for being with us. And now we head over to the Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce for a little bit of fun, fashion, and fitness expo at the Orchard Mall, where reporter Michelle Canselmo introduces us to some new and long-standing businesses.
So the community recently gathered at the Orchard Mall for a fashion show. It was filled with fun fall colors and smiling faces. People of all ages were gathered, from toddlers to grandparents to animals, to be part of this community event. It wasn't just all about fashion. It was an opportunity for local businesses to show their products.
We're so excited to be here in West Bloomfield. It's my wife Amanda and I's hometown. We started our offices on the opposite ends in Waterford and Garden City, and we've been operating for about 15 years, and we said it's time to expand and come to West Bloomfield, where we live and where we grew up, and we love being here, and we're very excited.
As a member of Franklin Athletic Club, I loved the place so much I decided to work in sales there. So I'm just bringing to the community some fitness ideas that we can get going here for the future, and so far so good. It's fun, fashion, and fitness.
Reporting for The Splash from Orchard Mall, I'm Michelle Canselmo.
For more information, you can visit civiccentertv.com/fun-fashion-fitness. And now it is time for some interesting sidewalk talk with questions and topics featuring reporter Samana Sheikh.
The Drake concert was the last concert that I attended. What about you, West Bloomfield? What's the last concert you went to?
I went to Demi Lovato, and it was really fun, and it was really energetic.
Are you a huge Demi Lovato fan?
Yeah.
I went to the Drake concert in Detroit. It was really fun.
Oh, nice. What's your favorite Drake song?
I really like Nonstop. I don't know. It's just the current one that I find it's really hype.
The last concert would have been Detroit Symphony Orchestra concert, and I enjoyed it very much. I loved it. I like classical music.
Probably Kenny Chesney, and it was great. It was great. I'd go again.
I've never even heard of Kenny Chesney. Who's that?
A very famous country singer.
Okay, I do not listen. I'm my bad.
Maroon 5, and it was great.
I love Maroon 5. You know they're coming back.
Yes, I know.
So I went to Ed Sheeran, and it was really fun.
Oh, Ed Sheeran's so nice. So what's the last concert you attended, and what's your review of it?
So I went to Drake's concert, and that was the first concert I ever went to. Honestly, like, I was so sad the day after it was ended because, like, I had the best time of my life, and it was a good time to get together with some friends and whatnot.
So what's your favorite Drake song?
Probably Headlines.
You're taking it old school.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar. It was at DTE. It was so much fun. Anything at DTE is fun.
Was it the Humble one?
It was.
I think the last one I attended was Cruella at Royal Oak. It was an EDM concert, my first EDM.
Okay.
It was crazy. It's never like anything I've ever seen before.
I've never been to a Cruella concert. How is it a little different?
It's like, I don't know, it's like it plays with your senses. Like you see things, you smell things, there's like mist, lights, action. It's like nonstop. It's crazy.
It was an Italian one. It's called Il Volo, and there are 3 young men from Italy that sing, and it was at DTE a long time ago.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, how is that experience? I've never been to an Italian concert before.
It's fabulous. I'm part Italian, so it just, kind of touches the soul, and it's wonderful.
Wonderful responses, West Bloomfield. See you again on another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
And more episodes of Sidewalk Talk on demand at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV event update, where you find events around Greater West Bloomfield anytime, and these events coming up at civiccentertv.com/events. Delightful Yoga, weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Spirit of Grace Church. Increase your strength, flexibility, and focus. Make new friends. Open to people of all abilities. It is $7 per class or $25 for a monthly fee. You can find more info at spiritofgrace.church. Comedy for a Cause, Thursday, October 4th at the Berman Center for the Performing Arts, and it supports the West Bloomfield Police Foundation. You'll find entertainment featuring Mike the Cop, Vinny Montez, and Fire Chief Greg Flynn. There'll be food, a cash bar, live and silent auctions, and for more information, visit wbparks.org. West Bloomfield Lakers football versus Southfield A&T this Friday, October 5th. 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM with Dave Scott and Tyler Kieft with live coverage and analysis. That coverage begins at 6:30 p.m. and the game kicks off at 7 p.m. There'll also be a live post-game show after the final whistle. And you can listen live on 89.3 WBLD and online at lakesfm.com and on Civic Center TV and WBTV. West Bloomfield Township Passport Day occurs the second Wednesday each month at West Bloomfield Township Hall. They are an acceptance agency for new passports. They'll file the application and take your passport photo. It's a quick, accurate answer to your passport questions. You can find more information at wbtownship.org. And Pine Lake Cemetery Tour happening Saturday, October 13th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can learn about the historic cemetery and learn about the historic figures buried at Pine Lake Cemetery, including founding residents, sports figures, and prominent dignitaries. A $5 donation is requested. For more information, call 248-757-2451. Saturday Morning Live, October 13th from 11 a.m. to 11:30, West Bloomfield Township Public Library. You'll find fun stories, songs, interactive group activities. It is for kids and families, and it's a great early introduction to STEM skills. You can find more information at wblive.org. And Henry's Market on Main, now Wednesdays through November 14th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital. You can buy fresh, locally grown produce and fresh, healthy food, including baked goods as well as flowers and seedlings. Also, some food samples are available, and you'll find specially invited chefs to demonstrate preparing healthy meals. The event is free. For more information, you can contact Kelsey Bray at 248-328-0825. And that's this week's highlights. You can find out more events online at civiccentertv.com/events for everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. And coming up after the break, somebody new is in the West Bloomfield School District. It's Dan Durkin. Our interview with him in just a moment.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield.
Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
And welcome back. We are joined by Dan Durkin, West Bloomfield School District Public Relations and Marketing Coordinator. And Dan, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. Happy to be here.
And it's nice to have you here in West Bloomfield. So tell me where you came from.
I initially, most recently came from Walled Lake Schools. Spent 6 years out over there in a marketing, community relations kind of aspect for their school district. Learned a great deal. 2 years prior to that, I was actually in Berkeley Schools, so a little bit smaller of a district, doing a very similar thing for them, doing a lot of their video work, a lot of their digital marketing and things of that nature.
Okay, so how long have you been in West Bloomfield?
Today marks 6 weeks.
All right.
So I'm trying to, hopefully soon I'll know where they keep all the copiers and all those different kinds of things, so we'll get there eventually.
All right, so why the move? Tell me.
Well, it was just kind of the opportunity I was looking for, and it kind of, this opportunity came up at the right time. I knew I'd spent, you never want to say you've come too far, you've accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish, but I knew I was ready for the next opportunity to maybe take on an entire school district's communications strategy and department at that point. So I started looking around, and then when this opportunity came up, just being so close in Walled Lake for the past 6 years, I thought it was a no-brainer. And having a previous relationship with Pam Zajac already, knowing all the great things she was doing, I thought, everything I'd learned about West Bloomfield just in that relationship, was an opportunity I didn't want to pass up.
So West Bloomfield, Walled Lake, a little bit similar, but West Bloomfield a lot smaller.
A lot smaller.
And you said you like that.
Yeah, it very much reminds me of kind of the community I grew up in the Davison area, up in Flint. And just there's a strong sense of community here. And it's really neat to kind of see everyone pushing towards the same goal. Kiddos that go to Doherty will end up going to Olms, that end up going to the high school. And it's just a kind of a combined experience that you have in a small district, along with that small town feel, all while being in a major suburban area, too, at the same time. So it's a really unique kind of combination of things and attributes that really make West Bloomfield special, and I'm really happy to be here. Okay, so here's the million-dollar question. What are you going to do? Well, it's one of those things with following an institution like Pam Zajac, you want to definitely make sure you're at least doing the things that everyone expects of this department already. In these 6 weeks, that's been my goal every day coming in, is to at least do it the way Pam was doing it, or at least as good, all while trying to find my own way to put my own stamp on things. Maybe it's just my age, maybe it's just my background. I really wanted to focus more on some digital marketing, certainly using social media more. I really hope that people in the community have seen that change already in these first 6 weeks, utilizing that as a tool to communicate not only to our parents, but really our community, all the great things that are going on. It's such a supportive community, especially with the bond a few years ago. I want people to know what their bond dollars, what their tax dollars are being used for in the classrooms and all the great learning taking place. And it's really hard to be in more than one place at the same time. And social media really allows you to do that, right? Absolutely. And that's the great thing, is that if there's an event going on, a Dads and Donuts one morning at Doherty or something like that, the principal can be taking pictures, sharing that information with me, sharing it with his community, and I can come back, share it with our community while I've been jumping out to different other places, different other locations, and things going on like that. So it's really just allows my department and our district to really showcase everything that's really going on through the power of social media. So website changes coming, going, staying the same? Well, if I've heard anything, is it needs some work, both from people within our district, so the back-end users that are adding the content, and also from the parents. Being a new parent myself, I know, those minutes, that time you're spending on websites is precious. If you're trying to find the school lunch menus, you need to find them quickly because you need to go on, you need to run to soccer practice or something like that. So trying to reevaluate kind of maybe our layouts, maybe our overall design, just try to figure out how we can more efficiently serve not only our students and our staff, but our parents at home.
Okay, I want to turn it to not the dark side by any means, but if something, there's fire alarms, there's lockdown drills, there's stuff that happens, and we all know that in this day and age. So if something should, God forbid, happen in the district, are you the guy parents hear from?
I believe so. It would be myself and or the superintendent as far as an overall communication. We always want to communicate whatever we know when we know it. We always want to be transparent. When those things do arise, God forbid they do arise, we want to make sure we've trained for those kinds of things as far as our responses and figuring out our crisis communication and things of that nature. On a much lesser scale, we've gone over like school closure procedures and made some tweaks to that given all the new staff members and administrators we've had. So for the kids at home, that's a little bit more fun of a crisis to deal with as a school closure. Right. But we want to make sure we're prepared for everything and be able to handle any situation that comes about. So.
Okay, so what are you most looking forward to this year?
Most looking forward to? I mean, just really, it's such an exciting time to be in West Bloomfield schools with, recently completing all the bond projects over the summer, coming up into all the fun activities of the fall. It's amazing to me just coming to this district and seeing all the great stuff that's happened in the first 3 or 4 weeks of the school year. First month of the school year, I can't believe the number of cool news stories that have come to me to then share out with our community and share out with our media. So I just look to try to make my mark best I can, try to find out where I fit into the overall machine that is the district, and try to make sure that I'm serving the staff and the students first and foremost, and then also the community at large.
And if parents, anyone needed to get in touch with you, or are you open to suggestions?
Absolutely.
Is the district open to suggestions?
By all means, look me up on the district website directory. It's daniel.durkin at wbsd.org. Still learning the email title. But no, we're open and ready to listen to anything we can do to possibly serve the community better. By all means, look us up on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we send out a weekly parent community newsletter that goes out every Friday. Most Fridays, just with all the resources and links that parents could possibly need, all the cool news stories that are going on, whether it's students doing great things, staff doing great things. We want to share that stuff with the community so they really know what a special place we really have here.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and welcome.
Thank you so much.
And I know you have a new baby. Not that new, kind of new.
13 months.
13
he
months,
keeps us on
still
our
qualifies.
toes. Yeah, still new.
So of course he'll be going to West Bloomfield schools, right?
Right, yep.
So thank you again for joining us.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And again, this has been Dan Durkin, West Bloomfield School District Public Relations and Marketing Coordinator. And now it's time for Parenting on the Go, where we learn how mentoring can impact kids.
Hello, and welcome to Parenting on the Go. I'm Sheena Monin, and joining me today is Rashida Kamaria Williams, author of Be Empowered, How to Live Above Life's Drama. Welcome back, Rashida. Thanks for joining us today. Now, last time we talked about resiliency. Today, you're going to be talking about a very important topic, the power of mentoring. How can adults be a positive role model for young adults?
Well, that is a wonderful question, and a question that I love answering, because young people of all ages and backgrounds can benefit from having a mentor. And adults who mentor young people provide connection, understanding, and trust. There's an organization called Mentor, the National Mentoring Partnership, and they estimate that 1 in 3 young people will grow up without a mentor. So there's numerous opportunities for us. They also show that young people who have a mentor in their lives are less likely to engage in risky behaviors and activities such as truancy, gangs, or drugs, or other criminal activity. So we know that there's people out there who are trying to connect with them, vying for their attention, from the online predators and cyberbullies to terrorists and traffickers. So we have an opportunity to step up and intervene and become those positive role models. Ultimately, mentors help young people believe in themselves and provide a lifeline of support.
Wonderful. Now, you have been a mentor for over 15 years now, which is very impressive. Thank you for your contribution to young people. So tell me a little bit, what does mentoring look like? What does a mentor do?
Well, mentors can make a difference in the lives of young people in several ways in which we may not think about. For instance, when I was in middle school, I was teased, bullied, and excluded relentlessly by my classmates. And it was actually my English teacher who stepped up and became my mentor. She helped me to overcome all of the drama that I was facing. So all school employees, from teachers and cafeteria staff to bus drivers and coaches can have an impact. There are a number of ways that you can help young people even by volunteering in their schools. Young relatives can also use your support. There are children in your neighborhood who may need you to follow up on them and see how they're doing. And it's not just young people who seem to be surrounded by dysfunction who can benefit from a mentor. Those young people who are thriving can also benefit from a positive role model. While I was in high school, I had a summer job, and I asked my supervisor at the time to be my mentor. And she did. She provided me with tips and resources and was an early career coach and helped me navigate the workplace. So there are times where, young people can even ask those around them to become their mentors.
Wonderful. So if people watching, parents are saying, wow, I want to get involved with this for my kids, or if an adult is watching and saying, I have some things that I can contribute as well, where can they go to find more information?
Well, anyone with a big heart and a little time can be a mentor. There are a number of resources available, and for those in your viewing area, there's the Oakland County Youth Assistance's Mentors Plus program, and I also recommend visiting the website for the National Mentoring Partnership. It's mentoring.org. They provide a number of tools and evidence-based research that is very helpful. And I invite your viewers to also visit my website, RashidaKamaria.com, and I have a wonderful free mentoring guide that's downloadable.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much for stopping by, giving us some of your time today, and sharing with us about an important topic that I think is probably largely overlooked by busy adults. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Parenting on the Go. If you would like to look up more helpful parenting tips, you can visit the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance website at wbyouthassistance.org.
And for more episodes of Parenting on the Go, visit civiccentertv.com/parenting-to-go. And now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week, where we honor people in the community who provide or inspire others. And this week it is Minoti Rajput, a West Bloomfield resident and financial planner. Minoti Rajput is the founder and owner of Secure Planning Strategies for nearly 40 years, but her specialty is helping families with children with special needs plan for their financial futures. She's written a book called Beyond a Parent's Love and says the book is a collection of human interest stories that she thinks are important to share in order to help other families that may be struggling, not only with financial aspects, but with the emotional as well. She was the first advisor in Michigan to offer comprehensive special needs planning, and each family has a different story. And she says while she is not a writer, it has been important for her to share the stories she's learned. Rajput has spoken and been involved in the Friendship Circle for 5 years and says she hopes she's taught families that a secure future is possible if you plan for your special needs children. Minoti Rajput is helping families with special needs stay ahead of their financial futures, which is why she is our Person of the Week. And if you know someone making a positive difference, let us know. Email thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those making a difference, and we appreciate any suggestions. That's it for this week's show. You can watch new episodes Mondays at 5:30 p.m. at Civic Center TV, Comcast 15, AT&T 99, and online at civiccentertv.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Civic Center TV. And for more Metro Detroit news, weekdays 2 to 7 p.m., you can hear me with Greg Bowman at WWJ Newsradio 950. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Kego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splash.